As what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to be getting action started here pretty quick tonight, as we are currently waiting for things to start up for the IMA Midget Series. They're going to be here for a 50-lap feature event at Limaland Motorsports Park. That also includes a couple of heat races as well. And we're going to be getting things kicked off here momentarily. We appreciate everybody tuning in here tonight. It looks like we've got one of the sponsors himself, Apex Lab, here in the YouTube chat. Thank you for being here, Apex Lab. Thank you for being part of the sponsor for the IMA series, as well as Fearless Broadcasting. We definitely appreciate it, and we couldn't do it without you. We are currently waiting for the session to kick off, and then we're going to be having a quick little pre-race driver's interview. We're going to talk with your last week's winner of Ethan Foley. He led the race last week at Lucas Oil Speedway, And then we will also talk to Ryan Avila and Rylan Gray. Those are going to be your top 2 points series leaders, with Ryan Avila being first and Rylan Gray being second in points so far with the IMA Midget Tour. We're going to take a quick little commercial break as we're waiting for this session to get opened up, and we'll be back momentarily.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today, and remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Royal Purple synthetic motor oil exceeds the toughest industry standards, with 6 times reduction in engine wear and 2 times greater protection against oil breakdown. Protect your investment with the oil from the synthetic expert. Royal Purple.
Real quick, people stop the real quick cut. Double check the steering wheel. Control.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
All out there. Nice and smooth. Let's get it all done all day long. Got a good feeling about today, guys.
Donnie Kite's gonna get through it all and score his first career win in the Saturday Night Racing League Cup Series. What a finish!
Too little, too late from behind, and Sebastian Marin, your first repeat top split winner of the qualifying.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get ready with some hot laps here. First off, as you see a couple of cars taking the track so far. A little bit of hot lap action here for the IMA Midgets at Limaland. we are still waiting a couple of our pre-race interviews to get up in the voice channel to get a little bit of a pre-race driver's interview. We will be back in just a couple of moments. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are about ready to interview your last week's winner, Ethan Foley, coming off of a win last week from Lucas Oil Speedway in Wheatland, Missouri. He's going to look to try to get it done here again tonight, come time for the showdown here at Lima Land Motorsports Park. We're going to take a quick pause and get Ethan Foley in the broadcast booth real quick. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as Ethan Foley has now joined us in the broadcast booth. Ethan, you were coming off of a win last week at Lucas Oil Speedway. Go ahead and walk us through what it's going to take for you to get it done here tonight at Lima Land.
I'd say just staying consistent, keeping my speed all night, and not making mistakes again.
All right, man. Well, as you continue to look for success here at Lima Land, not too sure if you're familiar with this track here or not. It looks like we're going to have another stout field of cars here tonight. Is there anybody out there on the track that you're looking to avoid going, making good laps around the track, or are you just trying to, keep your own race car clean and make your own pace?
Just trying to keep my own race car clean and make my own pace. I've always been told if you go where everyone else is, not racing, then it's easy to work your way up the field.
All right, man. Well, once again, congratulations on your win last week, and good luck to you here tonight at Lima Land.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there was Ethan Foley, your last week winner. We are now going to be bringing Ryan Avila into the broadcast booth. He is your leading in points for the IMA series. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now joined in the booth with Ryan Avila. Ryan Avila is currently leading the points for the IMA Midget Series. We are making the stop here tonight at Lima Land. Ryan, go ahead and walk us through what your successes have brought you so far this year and a little bit of knowledge gained coming into tonight.
Oh yeah, I think just keeping your nose clean, the whole night will set you up pretty good for the later part of the race. But yeah, this track seems to be, a little bit faster than what we've been to, so a lot of sliders tonight, which could cause some chaos, but it should be pretty fun.
Indeed, I can say it looks like we're going to be in store for quite the slider fest here tonight at Lima Land. What is the proper technique, whenever you're setting yourself up into the corner? Are you kind of focusing on where that guy is to your outside, or are you more focused on keeping your car where you know it can be and just making your own line work?
I think just setting yourself up, for your exit. Obviously, exit's huge here if you're going to get slid. So, given what Dane does with the track here, if there's multiple lines, it'd be pretty easier to set yourself into the corner, like you said. But yeah, I think just slide with the guy and just give yourself the best exit you can. Obviously, all of Ryland's guys are super good here, so from previous races. So yeah, should be up front and have a pretty good race.
All right, Ryan. Well, congratulations on your successes so far this season, and we look forward to seeing you battle it out here tonight at Lima Land.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, next up we're going to be talking to Rylan Gray. Rylan Gray is currently sitting second in points. He's going to be chasing down the lead from Ryan Avila, and we're going to bring Rylan into the booth here. All right, Rylan Gray, you're currently sitting second in the points for the IMA series. What is it going to take here tonight at Limeland to help you close in that points gap over Ryan Avila?
I think it's just consistency is the main thing, If we can just make the feature and then run top 5 consistent compared to Ryan, I think we'll be fine. The main thing is like a lot of these guys just having issues with making the feature and avoiding crashes, and this league teaches you a lot of that. So you just got to be smart and make sure you qualify good. And then, if you fumble that, it makes the night a lot harder. But I think the main thing is just consistency.
All right, Rylan. Well, congratulations on your season so far this much with the IMA. We're looking forward to seeing you have quite the battle here tonight at Limeland, and good luck to you.
All right, thanks.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, there you heard it. That was your top 2 in points and last week's winner of Ethan Foley, which Ethan Foley is currently sitting quick time on the track so far in practice laps, as we'll cut down to the track now and take a quick look at that. There you see it, ladies and gentlemen. Ethan Foley currently sitting lead spot with an 11.804. 11.804 for Ethan Foley. He's going to put him on the pole here of Hot Laps, followed up by none other than IMA owner Dane Culver. Dane Culver is good enough for second quick this time with an 11.85 or 11.83, excuse me. An 11.83 for Dane Culver in that 50 machine. As here you'll see your third quick car of Cammy. It looks like they are just sitting in the infield. That's going to be the 14 of Cammy there, third quick with an 11.85. We'll pop it on out to Derek Jones. Derek Jones is currently running 8th quick. As you see, the lines are anywhere on the racetrack here tonight. Like they said in the pre-race interviews, you're going to be in store for quite the Slider Fest here tonight at Limeland. We've got quite the showing of cars. It looks like right now we are currently sitting at 38 cars total signed up here for Limeland. I'm not too sure how many they'll take into the feature. However, you are for sure going to be in quite the show at Limeland. How about Landon Graham Jr. running 10th quick with an 11.96 for his fast time. As they get around, as you see the weather pop up there, it's currently 64 degrees in Lima, Ohio with 2 mile an hour winds. As quite the decent night here at Limeland. You see those cars coming out of 3 and 4. There's a good shot of them going sideways around the corner, throwing those midgets in there, as everybody here tonight is going to be looking to keep their nose clean for the whole night to try to make the feature event. Apex Lab, let me know if that mic sound is just a little bit better for you guys now. I turned it up just a little bit more. I get afraid whenever I get excited, whenever the sliders are going down and the action's hot, I get afraid that I'm going to get a little too loud. And I don't want to be blowing out anybody's speakers or nothing like that. As it looks like we are going to go on a brief intermission as these guys are going to be getting ready for practice laps, it looks like. So we will take 1 second and go into a commercial break.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Royal Purple synthetic motor oil exceeds the toughest industry standards with 6 times reduction in engine wear and 2 times greater protection against oil breakdown. Protect your investment with the oil from the synthetic expert, Royal Purple.
Built on 70 years of development and race technology, iBox's exclusive high-tensile strength spring wire is wound for maximum travel and control. Cycled and rate tested for repeatable performance, iBox's industry-leading manufacturing and quality means you can rely on iBox race springs to get you to the podium. Proudly made in the USA, iBox, the worldwide leader in high-performance suspension, engineered to win.
This isn't just another sim race, this isn't just another online league, and this isn't just another trophy on a shelf. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Drivers choose the charity. Talent chooses the winner. The culture is strong, but the competition is stronger. Most events focus on just one cause, not here. Each driver selects a charity to race for, leaving dozens of causes in contention as drivers fight for a place in the top 5.
Think you've got what it takes to join the Charity Cup Series? Find a cause you believe in and buckle up. This is more than your everyday sim racing experience. This is the Charity Cup Series.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are now getting ready for qualifying action. First on the track there, you'll see Riker Jones. Riker Jones is going to look to try to get a good qualifying lap here. He'll be green flag going this time. Going to be looking for a good time as Riker Jones in the 22 machine. Coming around the flag stand. Riker Jones will be a 12.91. Landon Graham Jr. goes second quick with a 12.79. As now you see the current pole sitter, Connor Baker. Connor Baker just got it taken away by Anthony Woodhull. Anthony Woodhull's there with a 12.47 in that 32 machine. That's going to be your current pole sitter. 12.47 with a 4 for Anthony Woodhull. Connor Baker's going to be second quick with a 12.51, followed by Chase Conrad with a 12.60. Then Jason Setzer with a 12.62. Brandon Stewart with a 12.64. It looks like Craig Silby's going to jump up to that number 4 spot. Look out, there comes Rylan Gray. Rylan Gray is now sitting third quick. There he comes into 3 and 4 that time. Rylan Gray currently sitting second in points for the IMA Series. He'll end up being 4th quick, as now Parker Leak has taken over that 3rd spot. Parker Leak right there in that 16 machine goes 3rd quick. How about Matthew Rogers coming in and saying hello? He'll go 4th quick. 4th quick with a 12.54. Now 5th quick, as Ryan Avila just took over that 4th position. Ryan Avila, a 12.53 will be his best lap. 12.53 for Ryan Avila. That's going to be good enough for 5th quick at the moment. How about Graham Huffman? Graham Huffman goes 3rd quick with a 12.51. Your current pole sitter is still Anthony Woodhull. Here's last week's winner of Ethan Foley, as Foley currently sits 12th, it looks like. And Craig Silby currently out on the track. He's going to be 15th quick this time by still a 12.60. We got a lot of the 12.60s back to back to back, as 13th through 15th are all a 12.60. As Hank Soares jumped up to that 7th place. 7th place with a 12.55. 12:55 from Hank Soares. That's going to be good enough for fifth quick. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks to everybody tuning in to the stream so far here tonight, as we are going to get ready for heat race action. Starting on the poles, Anthony Woodhull in that 32 machine. To his outside is going to be Parker Leak in the 16. Second row inside is the 28 machine of Hank Soares. To his outside is Ethan Brown in the 30 machine. Third row inside is going to be Ethan Foley in the 011. To his outside to be Jason Setzer in the 12. Fourth row inside is going to be Brandon Stewart in the 21. To his outside to be Tyler Cato of the 38. Next row inside is going to be Chase Hodge in the 7. To his outside is going to be Brian Strain in the 39. Next row inside to be Mason Skinner in the 926. To his outside in the 12th spot will be Landon Graham Jr. And 13th position, you'll have Jason Himberg in the 37 machine, followed by Crew Jones rounding out the field. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to be going heat race action with the IMA Midgets at Lima Land Motorsports Park. We appreciate everybody tuning in here tonight, as we are going to be getting ready to go green flag action here momentarily, as Anthony Woodhull will bring us to the green flag. We're going to get a couple of pace laps in here, get the cars a little warmed up, get them tight in the batch, and we'll be going green flag action racing. It looks like next time by, the lights are out on the pace truck. Anthony Woodhull will bring us to the line. As you see the timing tower getting a little messed up as these cars are doing their pace laps, passing each other. All right, Anthony Woodhull coming to the green flag this time out of 3 and 4. You see them getting all bunched up. Green flag racing for Anthony Woodhull. Sliders right off the bat, as this is going to be one heck of a night of midget racing here at Lima Land Motorsports Park. You see the 16 machine of Parker Leak take over the number 1 spot, throwing those sliders. We got contact there. Contact on the raceway. We stay green, it looks like. Stay green with Parker Leak in the 16 machine, followed up by the 32 of Woodhull. Then Ethan Foley up 2 spots. Currently running third is Ethan Foley. As you see the 16 machine of Parker Leak and the 32 of Woodhull throwing sliders at one another here early in the heat race action tonight at Lima Land Motorsports Park. The IMA Midgets are here in town, ready to put on a show, as it's all Parker Leak at the moment. There goes a slider there from Foley on Woodhull. Foley's going to take over that second spot, but look out, there come Brandon Stewart, and they're battling it out for the second spot. More contact in the back, as that looks like the 7 of Chase Hodge maybe. More contact going into 1 and 2, but there by some more cars. We're going to say green flag racing. Here comes Parker Leak. It's all his show here in heat race number 1, followed by Brandon Stewart. As you see the gap increase from first place to second. One's exiting the corner as one's entering. Brandon Stewart in the 21 running second. White flag for Parker Leak, as here comes Parker Leak to the flag stand is Parker Leak. Checkered flag for Parker Leak, followed up by Brandon Stewart in the 21, Anthony Woodhull, Ethan Foley, Brian Strain, Ethan Brown, Mason Skinner, Jason Heimberg, Hank Soares, Chase Hodge will be your top 10. And rounding out the pack, you'll have Landon Graham Jr., Jason Setzer, Tyler Cato, and Crew Jones rounding out your field. Ladies and gentlemen, that was just heat race number 1 here tonight at the Lima Land Motorsports Park with the IMA Midgets. And if anything like the rest of the night is just like the first of the night with heat race number 1, we're going to be in for quite the show, as heat race number 2 grid is about ready to be coming up here. As we are going to be getting ready to go for heat race number 2 action. Starting on the pole is going to be Connor Baker in the 27. To his outside is going to be your points leader, Ryan Avila, in the 49 machine. Second row inside is going to be the IMA owner himself, Dane Culver, in the 50. To his outside is going to be Derek Jones in the 72. Third row inside, Chase Conrad, 23 machine. To his outside is going to be Jake Erickson in the 25. Next row inside, Oliver Golding in the 1 machine. To his outside is going to be Brady Baker in the 71. Next row inside, Hayden Colton in the 009. To his outside to be Nathan Lemon in the 15. Next row inside, starting at 11, is going to be Jet Martin in the 19 machine. To his outside is going to be Cannon Posey in the 33. Starting 13th, rounding out the field, will be Kay Coons in the 63. As the lights on the pace truck are off, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to go. 8-lap heat race number 2. Bringing us to the green flag will be Connor Baker in the 27 machine. To his outside's Ryan Avila, your points leader, starting outside pole. Heat race number 2, green flag action, ladies and gentlemen. As it's going to be quite the battle. As you say, Dane Culver with the slider right out the rip. As Dane Culver's going to take over that front spot. And the 50 machine is Dane Culver. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Dane Culver, as he leads heat race number 2. Dane Culver in the 50 machine starting to put a little bit of gap over Chase Conrad. Chase Conrad currently running second in that 23 machine, about 6/10 off your leader. As Ryan Avila has fallen down 2 positions, started outside pole, is currently sitting in 4th place. Never mind, he jumped up to second there momentarily with that slider, battling for second now with Chase Conrad. Ryan Avila back up to third. Chase Conrad is up 3 spots. As Avila will now take over that second position over Chase Conrad. They're battling down the backstretch this time, coming into the 3 and 4. Here they come to the line, as it's going to be Ryan Avila, then Oliver Golding. How about Cale Coons? Cale Coons come up 9 spots, currently running in your 4th spot. Cale Coons running that 63 machine, running the top side, trying to catch up to the 1 of Oliver Golding. Oliver Golding battling it out for that 3rd spot. Cale Coons up 9 positions. Oliver Golding up 4. Battling there. To contact made in 3 and 4. White flag this time. As you see Dane Culver come into 3 and 4 this time. It's going to be Culver and Avila coming out of 3 and 4. Culver, Avila, Derek Jones, Oliver Golding, Cale Coons will round out your top 5. Following them will be Chase Conrad, Nathan Lamont, Jake Erickson, Jet Martin, Connor Baker to be your top 10. Then Cannon Posey, Brady Baker, and Hayden Colton will round out the field. How about that? The birthday boy gets a heat race win here tonight at Lima Land. It doesn't get much better than that, folks. We appreciate everybody tuning in here tonight at the Fearless Broadcasting YouTube page. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, show your friends. As I am Tri-State Race Media, I'm up in the booth every Tuesday and Wednesday over here on Fearless Broadcasting. I appreciate everybody being here and love all the support. We have a couple of sponsors in the house as well. Apex Lab, we appreciate them being here, being on the team. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you see, Graham Huffman's going to be your pole sitter. His outside is going to be Matthew Rogers. Rylan Gray's second row inside. Cody Metcalf in the 18 machine to be at his outside. Craig Silby in the 8 machine, third row inside. To his outside to be Cam in the 14, followed by James Turnbull in the 10 machine. And Chase Morales in the 88 to his outside. Fifth row inside is going to be James Skelsleen in the 31. To his outside is going to be TJ Moon in the 9. 6th row inside, Darren Stark, 55, and Riker Jones in the 22 machine. And starting 13th and rounding out the field is going to be Jackson Holiday in the 40 machine. As Graham Huffman will lead us to the green flag, this time by, ladies and gentlemen, as there you see it, they're getting into the action right away in 1 and 2. Sliders from just about everybody there in the pack, as you're going to have Rylan Gray and Graham Huffman battling it out for the first position. Rylan Gray running the bottom, trying to take away that bottom side is Rylan Gray. He's got company, though, the 26 of Matthew Rogers. Matthew Rogers has started second place, as he's going to go back, throw the slider on Gray, take over that second spot momentarily. They're battling into 3 and 4 this time. Rylan Gray on the bottom. Clean racing here so far in heat race number 2. A little bit of contact in the back of the pack. Rylan Gray with a slider there over Rogers. Rogers maintains the second position going into 3 and 4 this time by. How about a slider on the first place car, as now Rogers battles with Huffman for first place. Here they come down the back straightaway, as it's still Huffman momentarily low side for... Excuse me, I think that's Craig Silby. Nope, never mind. The little bit of a glitch there on the tower, as Rogers and Huffman continue to battle it out. Rogers currently sitting in first, followed by Huffman, then Gray. Metcalf and Cammy will round out your top 5. Rylan Gray with a slider that time by, as Huffman will still hold on to that second spot. We've got a battle for the top 3. Contact with 4th and 5th. White flag this time by, as we're going to have a slider here out of 3 and 4. Who's it going to be at the line, ladies and gentlemen? It looks like Matthew Rogers. Rylan Gray will get the second spot. Graham Huffman winds up 3rd. James Turnbull in the 4th spot, up 3 positions, started 7th. Then Cammy will round out 5th. Followed by that, you'll have Cody Metcalf in 6th, Riker Jones in 7th, TJ Moon, Darren Stark, Chase Morales, Craig Silby, James Skillsign, and Jackson Holiday will round out your field. As this is going to be your consolation race, we're going to have Connor Baker in the 27 machine, Chase Morales in the 88 to his outside. Second row inside is going to be Jason Setzer, the 12 machine. To his outside is going to be Cannon Posey, a 33. Third row inside to be the 8 machine of Craig Silby. To his outside to be Brandon Stewart driving the 21. Fourth row inside is going to be Brady Baker in the 71. To his outside to be James Skelsleen in the 31. Fifth row inside to be Crew Jones in the 2 machine. To his outside to be Hayden Colton in the 009. Sixth row inside to be Jackson Holiday in the 11. To his outside, rounding out the field, will be Tyler Cato in the 38 machine. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your consolation race here at Lima Land Motorsports Park. We appreciate everybody tuning in here tonight, that is for sure, as we've got a little bit of a pre-pace lap donut there. As we are pacing the IMA Midgets for the consolation race. This is going to be 10 laps for the Consi here at Lima Land Motorsports Park. As you see these cars going into 3 and 4, getting ready for green flag action. It's going to be Connor Baker leading them to the line. Green flag for your Conti race here at Lima Land. As Jason Setzer momentarily threw a slider there for that first place position. It's still going to be Connor Baker going into 3 and 4 though. Contact in the back of the field. We'll stay green flag racing. Jason Setzer and Connor Baker battling it out for that first place spot. As you see a whole group of cars get together there in 1 and 2, they're going to pull it into the infield. A couple of them are going to keep going. We're going to stay green flag racing. Jason Setzer, Connor Baker, Brandon Stewart, Chase Morales, and Tyler Cato, all your top 5 battling it out. As you see the leaders get together there momentarily, as it's going to be Jason Setzer now. Still in that first spot. Brandon Stewart up 4 spots. He's going to be right in the second place with the 21 machine. Connor Baker down 2 spots. That was your pole setter for the Conti race. He's down 2 spots in the 27 machine. Looking to make the bottom side work for him now. as the bottom side of the racetrack has started to come in as well. It's still going to be Jason Setzer ripping the high side, though. Good enough for 5 laps to go. Going to be 4 laps to go this time by, as you see Stewart down there on the bottom trying to make it work. Keep up with Setzer as Brandon Stewart closing in on your leader. We might have quite the drag race to the line come the end of this one. It's going to be 3 to go this time by. As you see Setzer and Stewart now battling it out for that first place spot. They're together in 3 and 4. It's going to be Stewart at the line that time with your first place, followed by Setzer in second, Baker in third, Cato in fourth, and Jones will round out your top 5. White flag to go this time by was Brandon Stewart. Brandon Stewart followed by Jason Setzer coming into 3 and 4. Setzer's going to give him all he's got going into the corner. And it's going to be Brandon Stewart, Jason Setzer, Connor Baker, Tyler Cato, and Crew Jones round out your top 5, followed by Hayden Colton, Jackson Holiday, Craig Silby, Chase Morales, James Gilsleen, Cannon Posey, and Brady Baker will round out the field. As it has been quite the night of action here tonight at Lima Land Motorsports Park with the IMA Midgets, as it looks like we are going to have 2 consolation races here tonight. As it's going to be Cody Metcalf on the pole. To his outside to be Jason Heimberger in the 37. Second row inside to be Nathan Lamont in the 15. To his outside to be the 22 machine of Riker Jones. Third row inside is going to be Hank Cerez in the 28 machine. To his outside is going to be Jake Erickson driving the 25 car. Fourth row inside to be TJ Moon in the 9 machine. To his outside to be Chase Hodge driving the 7. Fifth row inside is going to be Jet Martin in the 19. To his outside to be Darren Stark in the 55. Sixth row inside to be Landon Graham Jr. driving the 13 car. To his outside to be Brandon Stewart in the 21. 13th spot will be Jason Setzer rounding out the field. As we get our pace laps underway for Consi race number 2 here tonight at Lima Land Motorsports Park, as the IMA Midgets have come into town to put on a show. We are definitely excited for the 50-lap feature. As you see that DC Dig Setup Shop, another sponsor of the Fearless Broadcasting in the IMA series over here. And he's going to be starting on the outside pole. It's going to be Riker Jones. As Cody Metcalf brings us to the line, green flag racing for Conti race number 2. You see him on the back straightaway there. The DC Dig Setup Shop gets into the wall just a little bit on the back straight. That's a 22 machine of Riker Jones. He fell back a couple of spots, currently sitting 5th. As the leader's going to take the bottom side, start making these cars work around the bottom now. See if anybody can catch him on the bottom. It's going to be all Hank Cerez on the bottom. The 28 machine, he's up 4 spots. Or it looks like that is going to be the 22 car of Hank Cerez. The HSR sponsored 22 machine running the bottom, making it work for him. He's hooked up on the bottom, putting quite the gap over Riker Jones, who's currently running second. He's also trying the bottom. As you see that car go up and over on the top side, that was the 7 machine of Chase Hodge. As he's going to go ahead and do a couple of donuts and get the heck out of the race. You see Hank Cerez still getting into the infield tractor tire just a little bit that time out of 3 and 4. It's got about a 1.5 second gap over your second place car. Second place car is TJ Moon up 5 spots. Your first place car up 4 spots. Second place car up 5 spots. 4th and 5th are both up 7 spots. That's going to be Landon Graham Jr. in the 13, followed by Brandon Stewart in the 21, your 4th and 5th place cars. As it's still all Hank Cerez. Oh, he got a little bit of trouble there on the bottom side of 1 and 2. as TJ Moon's going to try to track him down, starting to catch up just a little bit, still about a 1.5 second gap. Hank Cerez makes an error, and Consi number 2, he's nicking the tire each time he goes around, ladies and gentlemen. Really running the bottom here is Hank Cerez. There he gets it again in 3 and 4. A little bit of contact back there between TJ Moon and Riker Jones. Riker Jones throws the slider on Moon, puts him up on the wall. He says, "You're not going to do that to me here in this Consi race," as he's going to go ahead and take over the second place spot. TJ Moon falls back to 5th. Riker Jones with a little bit of a dirty move here in Consi race number 2, but hey, sometimes that's what you got to do, as he gets into the wall himself. And there's the contact for TJ Moon as he gives it right back to him. We'll take a look back at your leader as he's going to be getting the checkered flag this time by, coming out of 3 and 4. It's going to be Hank Cerez in the first place spot. Landon Graham Jr. is going to go and finish second quick, it looks like, or second in the Consi, excuse me. Up 9 positions was Landon Graham Jr. You see him and Brandon Stewart was battling it out for the line. They were both up 9 spots. It's going to be Cerez, Graham, Stewart, Moon, and Jones will round out your top 5. Then you got Jet Martin, Erickson, and a couple of others to round out the field. Ladies and gentlemen, we're actually going to have 3 Consi races here. We like the action. We're not complaining. Heat races, Consi races, feature races, we do them all, as everybody is enjoying the action here over on the Fearless Broadcasting YouTube channel. Once again, we appreciate everybody being here. As Ethan Foley will be your pole sitter this time in the 011. To his outside to be Derek Jones in the 72. Second row inside to be the 05 of Graham Huffman. To his outside, Brian Strain in the 39 machine. Third row inside is going to be the 1 machine of Oliver Golding. To his outside is going to be the James Turnbull driving the 10 car. Fourth row inside is going to be the 30 machine of Ethan Brown. To his outside to be the 63 of Cale Coons. Fifth row inside is going to be Cammy in the 14 machine. To his outside is going to be Mason Skinner in the 926. The 6th row inside is going to be Chasen Conrad in the 26 or 23 machine, excuse me. To his outside to be Hank Cerez in the 28 machine, followed by Landon Graham Jr. in the 13 machine, rounding out the field, ladies and gentlemen. As it's going to be Ethan Foley bringing us to the flag stand this time by putting a little bit of a space in between the pace truck and our leaders is Ethan Foley, as the guy in 3rd place is getting all over him. Who is that? That's going to be Brian Strain, I believe. Getting all into the back of your leader's car, the 011 of Ethan Foley. Ethan Foley, green flag this time. Running the bottom side is Foley. Trying to keep her clean on the bottom, get away from the wrecking behind him, as we got a couple of cars throwing sliders there in 3 and 4. A little bit of contact made, not much. We'll stay green flag racing. It's going to be Foley, Huffman, Turnbull, Golding, Derek Jones round out your top 5. As you see a couple of cars there battling it back out. It's still going to be Foley in your lead spot. How about James Turnbull? He's going to be up 3 spots, currently running 3rd. And that 5 car of Huffman and the 5 of Turnbull. Side-by-side action going into 3 and 4 that time. Trying to catch the leader, as the leader is getting a little tight, it looks like. Hank Cerez in that 22 machine, he's come back up to be fighting for podium position here, as he's going to take over the 2nd spot, it looks like, from Huffman. Hank Cerez trying to catch your leader, trying to get back to that lead spot. You seen him do it last time on the bottom. He's been running the middle line here, trying to catch up to your leader of Ethan Foley. Ethan Foley last week at Lucas Oil kept it on the bottom the whole entire time for a feature win. Foley knows how to find the grip on the bottom side of the racetrack. As you see, Cerez and the 5 of James Turnbull and the other 5 of Graham Huffman now battling it out for your 3rd place spot. Cut down there by Turnbull. As we've got 6 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. It's still currently Ethan Foley, Hank Serraz trying to work that middle line, catching up to Ethan Foley. 3 and 4 front straightaway to the flag stand. Going into 1 and 2 is Hank Serraz and Ethan Foley cut down now, trying to gain up a little speed as Hank Serraz on the back bumper of Ethan Foley going into 3 and 4. Cut down from Serraz coming to the line this time by. Still going to be Ethan Foley by just a little bit, about a half of a car. Or car and a half, excuse me. Ethan Foley going into 3 and 4, still making the bottom side work as you see Serraz trying to use that cut down line to gain up a little speed coming off of the corner. As Hank Serraz is up 10 spots, running that second place spot right now, up 10 spots, started 12th. As Hank Serraz, 2 laps to go this time by. It's all Ethan Foley so far, started on the pole, lead all 8 laps so far. It's going to be white flag to go this time by for Ethan Foley at the flag stand. Can Serraz get it done in the last lap? Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be battling it out for the lead here in Conti race number 2. Going into 3 and 4. Serraz goes to the bottom. Foley washes up to the top just a little bit. It's going to be a drag race to the line. Ethan Foley, Hank Serraz, James Turnbull, Graham Huffman, Cale Coons, Brian Strain, Derek Jones, Oliver Golding, Cammy, Chase Conrad, Landon Graham, Mason Skinner, Ethan Brown is how your Conti race that time will finish. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope everybody is enjoying the action here tonight as the IMA Midget Series has come into town at Lima Lane Motorsports Park and put on quite the show. As it looks like we're going to get a little bit of a hot lap session before we go feature racing. As it is currently still 64 degrees in Lima, Ohio with that 2-mile-an-hour northeast wind. We're going to get a little bit of a hot lap session, like I said, before your feature event. Once again, we appreciate all of our sponsors being on board as well. Apex Lab, DC Dig Setup Shop, just to name a couple of them. Premier Setups, the IMA Association for putting this on. Knuckles Up Racing, Fearless Broadcast for bringing you this broadcast. I am Tri-State Race Media up here in the booth. I'm over here at Fearless Broadcasting every Tuesday and Wednesday night. Once again, I hope that you guys are enjoying the action here at Lima Land Motorsports Park so far. We're going to hop into a quick commercial break while we are going on our second round of hot laps. We'll be back momentarily.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Real quick, people stop real quick, guys. Double check the steering wheel. Control.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Nice and smooth. Get it all done all day long. Got a good feeling about today, guys.
Donnie Kite's gonna get through it all and score his first career win in the Saturday Night Racing League Cup Series. What a finish!
It's too little, too late from behind, and Sebastian Marin, your first repeat top split winner of the qualifying series.
We knew it was just a matter of time when Hunter Sr. is victorious.
Josh Adams taking the win at Iowa.
Juicy Spider Motorsports takes home the 1-2-3 finish.
Ladies and gentlemen, you see the hot lap action before the feature race. You get to see a couple of cars making some laps there. As now, that was a quick one for you. I apologize about that. Looks like we're going to be getting ready to go feature racing here at Lima Land Motorsports Park. as we're going to be starting 16 cars for the feature, ladies and gentlemen. Starting on the pole would be Anthony Woodhull in the 32 machine. To his outside is going to be Matthew Rogers in the 26. Second row is going to be the birthday boy, Dane Culver, driving the 50 machine. To his outside is going to be Parker Leak in the 16. Third row inside is going to be your points leader, Ryan Avila in the 49 car. To his outside is going to be Rylan Gray in the 81. Fourth row inside is going to be last week's winner, Ethan Foley in the 011. To his outside is going to be Hank Suarez. You've seen him battle his way in to make the feature. Graham Huffman's going to be fifth row inside. His outside is going to be James Turnbull in the 10. Next row inside is going to be Cale Coons in the 63. To his outside is going to be Brian Strain driving the 39 car. 13th position starting is going to be Derek Jones, 72 car. To his outside, starting 14th to be Oliver Golding in the 1. Starting 15th to be Cam in the 14. To his outside will be Chase Conrad, rounding out the field in the 16th spot. Ladies and gentlemen, as we get our pace laps underway here for the feature event at Lima Land Motorsports Park, the IMA Midgets have come in to put in a show. It's going to be a 50-lap feature. As Woodhull will bring us to the line. You see him in that precision green and pink 32 machine. Green flag this time by for Woodhull. Out of 3 and 4, leading them to the line is Woodhull. Going into 1 and 2, clean racing so far. No contact made from anybody. As we've got a battle for first already. It's going to be Matthew Rogers in the 26 making the outside work. Going into 3 and 4, Matthew Rogers followed by Woodhull and Leak. Battle for first as it's going to be tight racing all night. Contact there between Leak and Rogers. Leak gets into Avila as well. Or not Avila, it was going to be Rylan Gray, excuse me. Rylan Gray driving that 81 machine. He's up 3 spots already. Rylan Gray is your second in points. That pink and blue precision sponsored midget car, the 81, trying to track down as we've got a yellow on the speedway. Yellow on the speedway, ladies and gentlemen. As it looks like it was going to be caused by the 23 of Chase Conrad. Cale Coons is also parked waiting for the cars to come around. As the lights are still on the pace truck, it looks like we're going to have one more to go this time by. It's going to be Woodhull, Matthew Rogers, Rylan Gray up 3 spots, currently sitting in 3rd. Dane Culver, the birthday boy, sitting in 4th place. Ryan Avila, your points leader, in 5th. Hank Suarez, currently already up 2 spots, rocking in the 6th spot. 7th position, also up 3 spots, James Turnbull. 8th is going to be Parker Leak. Ethan Foley, last week's winner, down 2 spots in the 9th position. As the lights are off on the pace truck this time by, it's going to be Anthony Woodhull bringing us to the line. Green flag action. We're single file here at Lima Land Motorsports Park. Green flag. As you see those cars going to 1 and 2 that time by, they're single file at the times being. They're going to be trying to track down the leader of Anthony Woodhull. Matthew Rogers on the inside, finding some speed, though. Matthew Rogers taking away the line from Woodhull. Woodhull finds himself back down to the 3rd spot now as Rylan Gray up 4 spots is now going to be battling for that 2nd spot with Woodhull. It'll be Gray at the line that previous time by. Slider from Rylan Gray. Woodhull maintains it coming this time out of 3 and 4. Gray in the 3rd spot. As you see quite the battle going on for 2nd. Rylan Gray trying to take it back from Woodhull. Contact there. Woodhull got into your leader as he's going to spin it around in 3 and 4. Oh, no. Anthony Woodhull finds himself back down to the 12th spot. Got it back up and gathered around. As there you see, he's going to be trying to fight his way back. He's still got about 40 laps to get back up to the front. We'll go back to your leader, Matthew Rogers. Rylan Gray took over that second spot. He's up 4 spots at the moment. The birthday boy, Dane Culver himself, is in third. Trying to catch up to your leaders is Culver. Cut down out of 1 and 2, going down the back straightaway. As he's all over the back bumper, the 81 machine of Rylan Gray. It's going to be Dane Culver and Gray on the bottom side, this time going into 1 and 2. Going down the back straightaway, it's still all Matthew Rogers leading the pack. As Rogers continues to make some clean laps there, you see Gray go all the way up to the top side in 3 and 4, trying to hold off Culver for that second spot and also trying to track down the leader at the same time. Hank Suarez has found himself up to the 4th spot, up 4 spots, following right behind Dane Culver. As you see a couple of cars go up there to the high side in 3 and 4, that time by, as we got a little bit of a cushion starting to build. Hank Suarez in the 4th spot, trying to hold off the 49 of Ryan Avila. That's your points leader. Dane Culver battling it out with Rylan Gray. They're all going to be joining the fun here going into 3 and 4 this time by. As we've got 4 cars battling it out for your second spot. Hank Suarez on the inside going into 1 and 2. Slider for the second spot. Rylan Gray with the cut down, this time going down the back straightaway. They're side by side going into 3 and 4. Rylan Gray on the bottom. Suarez up top. Drag race to the line. As it was Rylan Gray still that time by the flag stand. Cut down 1 and 2. Suarez up 6 spots. Currently rocking the second position. He's got everybody in company. Avila, Gray, Dane Culver, Parker Leak, all in your top 6 battling it out right here for 2, 3, 4, and 5. Rylan Gray washed up the high side. He's going to give the position away to Hank Suarez, that time by the flag stand. As you see 3 of the cars running the top, 1 sticking down to the bottom, yellow on the speedway. As you see Ethan Foley there in the 11 got into the 14 of Cammy as well. Both those cars are going to be slow on the speedway. Ethan Foley's last week's winner at Lucas Oil Speedway. Having quite the battle here tonight at Limaland is Ethan Foley. Looks like Cale Coons is going to be coming out of the pits in the 63 car. Trying to rejoin the field, and there's the 14 of Cammy. Looks like Foley, Coons, and Cammy were all in the incident together as we had a little bit of a quick fix go on at the pits. The 14 car is going to wait for the pace truck to pass by. It's going to be Matthew Rogers leading us to the line when we go back green. We're on our second caution here in the IMA Midgets at Limaland. And we couldn't thank everybody enough for tuning in here to the race tonight. We appreciate everybody being here. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Fearless Broadcasting. I'm Tri-State Race Media up here in the booth. I'm in the booth for Fearless every Tuesday and Wednesday night. I appreciate the support and everybody bringing it in here. It's going to be Matthew Rogers bringing us to the line off of 3 and 4. Single file. Hank Suarez trying to make his way up there to catch Rogers and get himself a win here tonight at Limaland. As you see Rylan Gray go to the top side of the speedway, going down the back straightaway. He's going to be battling for Suarez for that second spot, and we're back yellow. Back yellow. Not too sure who caused the yellow that time by. Didn't see any slow cars on the racetrack. As we bring out our third caution at Limaland, we have gotten a couple of good laps of racing. We've gotten some contact. We've had a couple of cars spin out and lose control. Overall, good racing between those top 6 cars. They've been able to keep it together for the most part. Matthew Rogers there in the 26 Precision Black and Pink car. That's going to be your first place car. As Suarez will be second place. He's up 6 spots. Rylan Gray, your points leader, up 3 spots, currently sitting third. Matthew Rogers will bring us to the line this time out of 3 and 4. Starts him early in 3 and 4, cuts down low, took the nose off of Hank Suarez. Suarez tries the slider going into 1 and 2. He's going to lose a little bit of momentum trying to catch him this time going down the back straightaway. Slider there in 3 and 4, trying to move up the speedway. The second spot's going to go to Rylan Gray, that time by the flag stand, as Suarez lost a little bit of time that time. You're also going to have on the bottom side of the speedway Ryan Avila. Rylan Gray, your second points setter. Ryan Avila, your first place points leader. As we are yellow on the speedway one more time. As that was going to be the 23 of Chase Conrad getting slow on 3 and 4. He'll fall back to the back of the field. As Rylan Gray, currently sitting second, started 6th spot. Then you have Hank Suarez sitting 3rd, started 8th. We've got quite the battle going on from 1st all the way back to 5th. As Matthew Rogers is going to bring us to the green flag, this time by off of 3 and 4. Single file one more time at Lima Land from our 4th caution, going back green flag racing. Rogers off of 3 and 4. The 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th are all working the high side of the racetrack now. Rogers is going to go ahead and go up there, take the nose away. Rylan Gray got into the wall. Also caught up Hank Suarez. They're going to stay green flag racing. Suarez goes up, taps the wall as well in 3 and 4. Suarez and Gray battling it out for the 2nd spot. Rylan Gray with a slider on Suarez going into 1 and 2, excuse me. 3 and 4 this time by Suarez. Rylan Gray both go wash up to the high side. Suarez is still going to be holding on to the 3rd spot, though. As here comes Ryan Avila now joining the fun, trying to catch up to Hank Suarez and Rylan Gray. As you see him working the top side here at 3 and 4. We got a car around. That's going to be the 16 machine of Parker Leak. Parker Leak started 4th. Wound himself there in 3 and 4. He's going to fall back to the end of the pack. As Parker Leak once again started 4th, he's going to fall back to the 15th spot. Dane Culver is now going to tail the field in the 16th spot, down 13 spots, started 3rd. As we go back to our leaders here, looks like we're going to have at least one more pace lap. Pace lights are still on the truck. I hope everybody's enjoying the IMA action here at Lima Land tonight. We're on our 5th caution. It's a 50-lap feature. It'll be Rogers, Gray, Suarez, Avila, and Strain round out your top 5. Followed by them is going to be Woodhull, Coons, Turnbull, Hoffman, and K. Golding will round out your top 10. As the lights on the pace truck are off, we're going to be green flag racing this time by Matthew Rogers is going to lead us to the line. Gets him started early in 3 and 4. Rylan Graves in the 2nd spot, trying to catch your leader. He needs the extra points. As Ryan Avila is also going to finish decent in points if he can go where he's at right now. He's in 4th. As you take a look at him going into 3 and 4, Suarez running the high side, trying to catch back up to the lead pack. As Rylan Gray's closing in on your leader. Slider there from Rylan Gray. Gets into the wall. Suarez is going to end up catching up to him here on the backstretch. Going into 3 and 4, it's still Rylan Gray in the 2 spot. Front straightaway this time by Suarez down to the bottom. Avila's in the 4th spot, tailing Suarez, trying to get back into podium position if he can take the 3rd spot away from Suarez. As we are battling it out here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we've got 17 laps to go. Oh, into the wall is your leader of Matthew Rogers. Is this going to open up the door for Rylan Gray to take the slider that time in 1 and 2? Coming down the back straightaway, it's going to be Rylan Gray in 1st. Slider there to the line. We've got a caution on the speedway as well. Caution on the speedway. So I'm not too sure who it happened to. Possibly Brian Strain. As you see the 39 and the 16 car of Parker Leak getting into it a little bit there, the back of the pack. As we had quite the battle for first place going on between Rylan Gray and Matthew Rogers. Rylan Gray will get credited with the first place spot at the line, I believe. Maybe not. It looks like they're still going to give it to Matthew Rogers as he's going to get the luck of the draw. As that caution might have saved him from getting into the wall there in 3 and 4 and giving up the lead spot to the 81 machine of Rylan Gray. As the lights on the pace truck are off, Rogers is going to get ready to bring us to the line coming off of our 6th caution. We're green flag racing back at Limaland. Rylan Gray in the 2nd spot, Serez in 3rd, Avila in 5th at the moment. As he'll regain the 4th spot on the back straightaway over Coons. Cale Coons is up 7 spots. He's currently rocking the 4th spot. Or 5th spot, excuse me. Started 11th. It's still going to be all Matthew Rogers in the 26 machine. Putting on a gap now. Serez and Rylan Gray battling it out for second. You see Serez get up into the wall in 3 and 4. Collect a couple of cars with them. Rylan Gray is still going to take over the 2nd spot. Serez will fall back a couple of spots to 4th at least. How about Ethan Foley making his way back up into the podium spot? As Ethan Foley and Ryan Avila are currently fighting for 3rd. Serez is in 5th. Avila needs the points here. He's battling last week's winner, Ethan Foley. Ethan Foley up 4 spots. Rylan Gray in the 2nd spot, also up 4 spots. As Rylan Gray is going to try to track down the leader. We've got 10 laps to go here at Limaland. 9 laps to go this time by. There they are at the flag stand. It's going to be Matthew Rogers, Rylan Gray, Ethan Foley, Hank Serez, and Ryan Avila will round out your top 5. Cale Coons is also trying to get back into the fight as Avila and Serez will continue to battle it out for the 4th and 5th spot. As you see Avila on the bottom side of the speedway in the 49 machine. As Ethan Foley got a little bit loose there in 1 and 2 as well. As he's going to hold on to it. Hank Serez is going to take over the 4th spot. Ethan Foley still trying to make what he knows work best down on the bottom side of the speedway, just like he was last week at Lucas Oil. Doing it again here at Limaland. Trying to find the speed is Ethan Foley. Matthew Rogers still leading the pack out front, up about 0.7 of a second over Rylan Gray. Ethan Foley in 3rd. Hank Serez in 4th. Ryan Avila in 5th. As Serez and Foley now battling it out for the 3rd place spot. Foley staying down to the bottom side. Serez up top. Who's it going to be this time on the back straightaway? This is going to be going into 3 and 4 this time by. Foley still got a little bit of a gap over Serez. Foley making the bottom side work for him one more time here this week at Limaland Motorsports Park. As Foley now is going to be trying to track down your 2nd place car, Rylan Gray, as we've got another caution on the speedway. Another caution on the speedway. As you see Parker Leak there in the pits. Cammy also in the pits. As I believe Anthony Woodhull may have left the race. Anthony Woodhull was your pole setter for the feature event. We're going to be 1 to go to green this time by the flag stand. The lights on the pace truck are off. It's going to be Rogers, Gray, Foley, Serez, and Avila in your top 5. All these cars have been competing for the lead all night long here at Limaland Motorsports Park as we are going to be getting ready to go green flag action. Matthew Rogers is going to lead us to the line. A little bit of a delayed start there for Rogers. He's going to set him up. Never mind, we've got a delayed start. It's going to be one more lap around. The lights on the pace truck go back off. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. That was a little bit of a tease for myself as well, as I believe we're going to go green flag action this time by. The pace truck is off. Green flag racing for Matthew Rogers. Caution on the speedway. As you've seen, Dane Culver got into it a little bit. Oh no, it looked like Ryan Avila also got caught up in the bunch. Ryan Avila was in 5th spot, goes all the way down to 8th now, or 13th now, down 8 spots. Excuse me about that. Ryan Avila must have got caught up in the caution. We've seen a little bit of it happen there in 1 and 2. This is going to be your 8th caution here at the IMA Series at Lima Land Motorsports Park. As these midget sprints get caught back up to the pace truck here, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, if you haven't already, go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe over on Fearless Broadcasting, as Rogers is going to come off at 3 and 4, leading us to the green flag one more time, coming off our 8th caution. As the pace truck teases us once again, he's going to take the apron and then stay under caution. Green flag this time, Matthew Rogers. Rylan Gray, Hank Serez, Ethan Foley will be battling it out now for the 3rd spot. As you see, Serez, Rylan Gray, and Ethan Foley all together. We're on our final lap. Final lap, ladies and gentlemen. Who's it going to be? We've got cars on the bottom side trying to make it work. It's going to be, Matthew Rogers. Ethan Foley winds up 2nd. Hank Serez in the 3rd spot. As ladies and gentlemen, that was quite the race. We're going to try to get our top 3 podium finishers down to the start line. And we will be back with your driver's interviews here in just a second. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are joined in the booth with your winner here at Lima Land, Matthew Rogers. Matthew, go ahead and walk us through what it took for you here tonight to hold off everybody and get the win at Lima Land.
Yeah, I had to start 2nd there and was able to get around Anthony to start and just kind of drive away. Kind of ran the same line I did at Lucas Oil last week. Just kind of that middle to kind of cutting it down to the grip, and then just kept pulling away, and had to move lines a little bit, ran top for a bit, and just kind of ran slider there to finish. And I saw the guys coming on the bottom towards the end, but I didn't ever went down there. I just kind of stuck to my line and was able to get it done.
So throughout the night, you had a little bit of contact happening behind you at the back of the pack, but also right up on your back bumper as the top 6 cars all night long were battling it out, trying to catch you. At any point in time, did you get a little bit nervous of the guys wrecking behind you, or thinking if they were going to track you down here at Lima Land?
Not really. I knew we had a really good car to start out with. We had to start 2nd in the heat and went back to 3rd and just drove right back through them, run basically the same line I did there in the feature towards the end, and I knew at the beginning of the race it was going to be kind of like it always is, just a lot of cars near each other going into one most of the time. And I got hit in the rear bumper a couple times, but just kind of just kept calm and just drive to the field.
Congratulations on your win here tonight, Matthew, and we look forward to seeing you back next week. Who do you got to thank on that race car?
I just got to thank Ryan Gray and Precision Motorsports. Had a really good setup tonight, and just going to carry momentum into next week.
All right, man. We'll catch you on the next one. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now joined in the booth with Ethan Foley. Ethan Foley was your winner last week at Lucas Oil and managed to pull off a second-place finish here tonight at Lima Land, making the bottom side work for him again. Ethan Foley, go ahead and walk us through your performance here tonight at Lima Land.
Yeah, I feel like it was pretty decent. I made a few mistakes that I can come back and work on, but other than that, getting second, that's still good in my books. Start of the A main, we had a few mistakes there, dropped us back to nearly dead last, and then worked our way back up to the front, and we went from there.
Well, congratulations on your second place finish here tonight at Lima Land, Ethan. Who do you got to thank on that race car of yours?
I was gonna like to thank all the boys on the Discord, all yous for putting this on, Dane for putting the league on, Elite Performance, FK, Profab, and just, all you boys.
All right, man. Well, congratulations again on second place finish, and we look forward to seeing you back next week.
Definitely will do. Thank you.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen, we are now joined in the booth with your third place finisher, Hank Cerez. Hank, go ahead and walk us through what it took for you to come up 5 spots. You started 8th, wound up 3rd. What did it take for you here tonight at Lima Land?
Yeah, man, qualified pretty good. Heat race, got in an incident, had to come from the C, but was able to get out of the B and start 8th and got a solid top 3 run there.
All right, well, congratulations on your podium finish again here tonight at Lima Land. Who do you got to think on that fast race car of yours?
DC Dig for the setup, Anthony Villagran for the new paint schemes, looking pretty good out there, and Two Fellows Moving Company. And yeah, man, that's about it.
All righty, Hank. Well, congratulations again on your 3rd place finish, and we look forward to seeing you back next week.
All right, thank you, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dane Culver now joined us in the booth. We're pulling him in because it's his birthday. Happy birthday, Dane Culver. You were able to still wind up finishing in the 6th place spot, down 3 spots from where you started. What did it take for you to battle through the pack at least a couple of times here tonight at Lima Land?
Yeah, I mean, wasn't really expecting an interview. Sorry, I was talking to Hank, but I mean, we were kind of good at the beginning of the race and tried to keep it clean as much as possible. Kind of like in the beginning of the race, it's super tight. Like I've ran this league a couple years, so I kind of know what's going on here. I just super focused on running the league that I kind of distract myself from being able to perform very well. But tonight we were able to get a good heat race, and I was able to start up front, kind of just sit there and I kind of just try and watch, see where the line's gonna go. I try and be strategic as much as possible, but a lot of this is driving with where you're gonna put your car and the slick patches and stuff. And fortunately, we did a pretty good job there with Hank. Unfortunately, I collected a driver and accidentally completely took him out. Wasn't expecting him to run the cut down, and I kind of slid the person in front of me and got ahead of myself. So, it is what it is. I mean, the race is fantastic. I had to come from the rear, so that was quite interesting. It was fairly clean, actually. There's a couple cautions, how the racing is. People hit tires and stuff, and obviously there's going to be some conflict. So, overall, it was a pretty solid night. I feel like the track was pretty good. I've never really seen Lima Land do that, so it was pretty cool being able to do something like that. But other than that, a P6 is pretty solid, so I'll say it was pretty good.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on your 6th place finish here tonight at Lima Land, and once again, happy birthday to you, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you had it, as that was your top 3 and your birthday boy finishing off in 6th place. Once again, we appreciate everybody joining into Fearless Broadcasting. I'm Tri-State Race Media up in the booth. I'm over here every Tuesday and Wednesday night. You can follow me on all the socials as well. As always, once again, we appreciate everybody being here, and we'll be back at it next week with the IMA series on Wednesday and the Wild West Dirt Tour on Tuesday. If you haven't already, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe Fearless Broadcasting, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com